Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a quick 37-week update for you guys. I meant to do updates every week throughout my pregnancy, but that just doesn't happen when you have a toddler or just in general because of life. But I think towards the end it's cool to do updates just so, number one, I can look back and remember what I went through because that'll be fun. Or just to help other moms to see if you guys are going through similar stuff maybe. They say that you forget after your first pregnancy. I don't know if my camera's tilted or not. They say that you forget everything after your first pregnancy and that you'll do it again. I swore when I was pregnant with JJ, and then after going through my delivery and everything with him, which I still want to do a video on so I can tell you guys that experience and how horrible it was. They say that you forget all of that and then you'll be ready to do it all over again, and I never thought that I would. I told Joey we are for sure having an only child. I'm never going through this again, and here I am 38 weeks pregnant this Friday, but yeah, about to have our second baby. I wouldn't say I forgot everything. I did forget how I felt, I think, towards the end and how uncomfortable you are. This pregnancy has been pretty easy. At the beginning I was throwing up a lot, but after the first trimester I've been totally fine. I think I've been so busy with JJ that it was too hard to focus on all my aches and pains or how I was feeling. I don't know, or maybe it was really easy second trimester and even third up until last week, 36 weeks. That's when these symptoms kind of started really setting in. So I'm just going to recap that a little bit for you guys. I don't want to make this a super chatty video, but I'm just going to kind of go over how I've been feeling so then I can remember and you guys can see. First of all, the nesting that they say you get towards the end of pregnancy has completely kicked in for me. Not only have I wanted to clean our house, our cleaners came yesterday, so I'm super happy about that. I feel a little bit more ready for Collins, just having the house completely scoured, but also starting last week when I was 36 weeks, I ended up ordering a dresser for her, and that's what I have my tripod set up on right now. I moved the vanity out of our room and I have a dresser for her with a changing table on top. I finally got diapers and wipes and little like organizers in the drawer and everything. Maybe I'll show that to you guys in another video, but just essentials that she's gonna need as a baby. I finally got all of that stuff set up. I had my parents over last week when Joey was out of town. I had them get everything out of the attic as far as like JJ's old DockATot and boppy pillow and bassinet, any baby items that I'm gonna need for her that we saved in storage. I had them get down, so I have all of that stuff ready as well. So I'm feeling a little bit more prepared, but it's just funny how that kicks in and you're like, I need to get into gear. I need to get things ready, because people have been asking me for a while, you know, are you ready? Do you feel ready? Are you excited? And I think I've been so busy with JJ. I don't know. I'm so excited for her. I just haven't had time to really think about it, just with everyday stuff. So nesting has definitely kicked in. Physically, I'm usually tired by 7 p.m. these days. However, JJ doesn't go down till closer to 8 o'clock, and once he's down, I feel like I could just pass out. But if Joey comes home later than that, or I wake up all the time in the middle of the night to pee, and I've told you guys this before, but now especially, it is just so hard. Once I'm up, it's so hard for me to go back to sleep once I really get woken up. So if JJ screams randomly in the middle of the night and I have to go in there, or Joey came home, he flew in late from a trip the other night, didn't get in until like 12:30, and once he got home, I felt like I was up from 12:30 to 4 because I couldn't go back to sleep. So I don't know why that happens, but that's been happening. I feel like I think I said this before too, and maybe my last update, that I just got kicked in the crotch. It hurts so bad, and there's so much pressure down there. If I'm walking for a while or just standing, even I went grocery shopping with JJ and then did meal prepping and all of this stuff on Sunday, and I was on my feet for so long that I felt like she was literally gonna just fall out. I felt like I could sit on the toilet and start peeing, just pushing a little bit, and an arm or something was gonna fall out. I know that's not how it works, but that's what it felt like. It's just, there's so much pressure and stretching down there. I can just feel it. in my hips and lower abdomen and groin, everything. Oh, my lower back pain as well. I wrote that down. If I'm sitting for an extended period of time or even laying down in bed and then I get up to pee, it's like my back gives out and my whole body does, and I want to just collapse to the ground. I just start buckling. So I just slowly get up and kind of waddle like an old person. I feel like I need a walker to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I wrote down I'm not as hungry as I have been, and they say that you're not as hungry towards the end because the baby's taking up so much room. I don't know, but I've gained a good 60 pounds this pregnancy so far, which it is a lot, but it's also not, because I gained 100 with JJ, 100 pounds, no joke. So 60, I mean, I know my face and everything about me is a lot bigger these days, but I know it'll come off just like it did with JJ. So I haven't been as hungry lately, so that's actually a good thing, I think. Two more things that I wrote down for physically how I'm feeling. Leg cramps is one of them. I told my doctor that last time I went in, and she recommended this powder. It's called Calm, C-A-L-M. It's a magnesium powder, and it's supposed to help with leg cramping. I happened to see another YouTube mom. She takes that stuff just because. I don't know why she takes it. I've just started watching her videos, so I don't really know why she takes it. She said it really makes you have to go, number 2. So I don't know. I don't want something weird to happen and for me to start either crapping myself or have my uterus start contracting or something because I took it. So, and my doctor didn't say that was going to happen, but I don't know. I just don't want to mess with anything. I'd rather just not take anything, and I'll deal with leg cramps if I get leg cramps in the middle of the night. I've been drinking a ton of water. I crave water. It's like I'm playing in a volleyball match all over again and I'm just like thirsty. I've also been craving mimosas, but I only have those a couple times a week, so I'm just kidding. I haven't drank at all, but it's so crazy because I can't wait to celebrate with a mimosa once Collins is born. I don't know why I want a mimosa so bad, but I do. But no, I haven't been drinking this pregnancy, don't worry. Oh, the last thing is acid reflux. It's like there's just a constant flow of it in my throat. It doesn't matter what I eat, what time of day, it's just like this awful feeling in my throat. And again, gosh, I feel like I kind of had that in my last update, and I need to look back at my videos and see when I did an update. It's been a while, but right now this happens every day, so it's a constant for me for sure. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the group B strep. So I tested positive for that when I was pregnant with JJ. I also tested positive for it 2 weeks ago when I went in for my 36-week checkup. So basically they just take a little swab, they swab your vagina and your rectum area, and then they send it to the lab and they just test for this group B strep. Basically, it's a bacteria that most women have, and I think it can come and go anytime in your life. It's just a bacteria, and some have it more so than others. So if it's like a really prominent thing, they want to treat you for it while you're in labor. So because it showed up again for me, basically when I go into labor, they're going to hook me up. They hook you up to an IV anyways for meds and whatnot, but so they hook you up to penicillin, and that's to prevent this from the group B strep from affecting the baby. So I guess it's not common that it passes along to the baby. It's definitely not common if you get treated with an antibiotic, but they do that just as a precaution, just to make sure that it doesn't happen, because if the baby does for some reason catch the group B strep that you have, then they can get pneumonia or meningitis or something that's life-threatening, that's really serious, especially for a newborn. So just as a precaution, they test you for it towards the end of your pregnancy, because they can test you for it at the beginning and you can test negative, but then you can have it later on in your pregnancy. So it can come and go. So yeah, I tested positive, so they will be hooking me up to penicillin again when I go into labor to make sure that it doesn't get passed along to Collins. That was the only update from my 36-week appointment. Emotionally, I just wrote down that I am people ask me all the time how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, if I'm ready. And I feel like I'm finally starting to get kind of, I guess, a little overwhelmed. I've spent a lot of one-on-one time with JJ because Joey's been gone traveling so much, and I feel like he's slowly kind of becoming a mama's boy. He says mama so much more now. He'll ask for me when he's with Joey. He cried when I was at my parents' house with him, and I went out to my car to grab something, and he started crying when I left, and he never does that. So I feel like he's slowly becoming more attached to me. He's also talking so much more. He's just becoming so fun, and he'll be 22 months on the 15th. I don't know, it's just such a fun age, and I kind of feel guilty, like I'm gonna have, and I've heard this from moms before about, you know, them being worried about having the baby and then their firstborn feeling, you know, neglected or not as loved because all the attention's on the baby. And so I guess that's finally kicking in. I didn't think I would worry about that, but to be honest, I kind of am now. And I feel guilty because I know Joey's gonna be traveling, and I don't want JJ to just be so bored in the house every day because, you know, we're stuck in the house with Collins, or, you know, again, I'm just tending to her and not doing as much with him. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be as worried. It's so nice. I'm very grateful that I have my family here and my husband's family here. So, you know, they can come over and grab JJ or play with JJ. We are very blessed to be in the situation that we're in, and the fact that I don't have to go back to work, that I can be home with both of them. And so I don't know. I guess everyone just worries about different things, but I don't want this to be a negative impact on JJ. I want to make it as smooth as possible, and I still want to give him as much attention as possible, and make him feel loved, even though there's going to be a sibling in the mix. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it. That's just a kind of a quick update on how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. I'll go in this Thursday for my 38-week checkup. She's going to check to see if I'm dilated at all. She also asked me if I wanted her to strip my membranes or do a membrane sweep this time around. And when I was pregnant with JJ, I was so closed up. I wasn't dilated at all at 38 weeks. So they tried to do a sweep and they couldn't do it. Same thing when I went at 39 weeks and at 40 weeks. There was zero opening, zero dilation. So they couldn't even get their hand in there to do a sweep to try and get the process started. So I don't know. I just feel different this time though. I feel like she's just ready to come out. So, you know, hopefully something's going on down there. Joey has a huge game back east in Massachusetts on January 19th. He's gone in Ohio. I think they leave the 17th. They play in Ohio on the 18th and then Massachusetts on the 19th, and then he's supposed to fly back the 20th. I'm technically due on the 24th. So, and it's a big game for him, and and it's on ESPN. So I've been telling him to go, but I guess it's just going to depend on how dilated I am and if, you know, we think it's a good idea, because we just, you know, clearly we don't want him to miss his daughter's birth. But I'm just debating even getting my membranes, doing the membrane sweep, because I don't want that to happen and then my labor to kick in, you know, while he's gone. But I've heard of people that get it done and they go into labor that night. But I've also personally been someone who they've attempted to do it too and then nothing happens. But again, I wasn't dilated at all. So I don't know. I'm rambling, but I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe I'll talk about it on my Instagram story, but I will maybe do a 38-week update. I want to do a what's in my hospital bag because I see all of those all the time. I want you guys to see what I'm bringing to the hospital because moms pack way too much for themselves and for their newborn. So I did want to touch on that topic. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this was a little bit more chatty than I wanted it to be, but I hope it was helpful for you guys, and we'll keep you posted on my progress. All right, have a great day. Bye.